Students, good morning. In the previous class, we have discussed the total pressure exerted by the static mass of fluid on the planes. Okay. First case, we have considered the plane or the plate is submerged in the static mass of fluid horizontally. Okay, so horizontally, when the plate is submerged in the stationary fluid, the total pressure P is equal to, we have derived this equation, W A x bar. Okay, this is the total pressure exerted on the horizontal plane when it is immersed in the static mass of fluid fully. X bar is what? It is the vertical height between the free surface and CG point of the plate. A is the area of the plate, W is the specific weight or unit weight of water. Okay, so this is plate is immersed horizontally. Okay, when the plate is immersed vertically, then P is equal to, we have derived W A x bar. There the center of pressure Cp, the center of pressure Cp, and the depth h bar is equal to, we have derived Ig Ax bar plus x bar. Okay. This is h bar is the depth of the Cp point. Cp point means what? It is the point where the maximum pressure P, that is P is equal to Wax bar. P is equal to Wax bar is the maximum pressure acting on the vertical plane, and in case of plate, when it is immersed vertically, the pressure, the maximum pressure or force is not going to act at the CG point, at the center of gravity point, but it acts just below the CG point. That point we used to call as the center of pressure, CP point or center of pressure. This center of pressure we also derived h bar is equal to, h bar is the vertical distance between the free surface and center of pressure, means where the point where the maximum pressure is going to act. This is equal to what? This is equal to Ig. Ig is what? Moment of inertia about the centroidal axis, that is Ig divided by Ax bar. A is what? It is the area of the vertical plate. X bar is the vertical distance between the free surface and CG point. X bar is the vertical depth between the free surface and the CG point, plus x bar. See, from this it is very clear that h bar is equal to x bar, and it is just below the CG point by quantity Ig by Ax bar. Okay, this is also we have derived in the last class. Okay, so now today's class we will start discussion on total pressure exerted by the static mass of fluid and its point of application when the plate is immersed in the inclined direction. Okay, in the today's case we will discuss the total pressure exerted by the static mass of fluid on a inclined plate when the plate is immersed in the inclined direction to the free surface and its point of application, that is the CP point. Okay, so let us consider this figure. Okay, this is the plate. Okay, this is the plate that is normal, in the normal direction, this is the plate. Okay, the normal direction, this means what? It is perpendicular to the board. Okay, that is the normal of the plate. So, okay, this is the normal view and this is the edge view of the plate. This is the edge view of the plate. Edge view of the plate, and this is the normal view of the plate. Normal view of the plate. Okay, so this is the plate immersed in the static mass of fluid, but it is not immersed vertically, but it is immersed in the inclined direction, and this plate makes an inclination of angle theta with the horizontal. Okay, this is the horizontal surface or the free surface. This plate is immersed in the inclined direction with an angle of theta. Okay, theta is the angle of inclination or angle between the plate and the free surface. Okay, so this is the edge view. Okay, let us take, this is the CG point of the plate. This is the CG point of the plate. Okay, we know that the total pressure on the inclined plate or on the plate submerged in the inclined direction or in the vertical direction, the total pressure is not going to act at the CG point, but it is just acts below the CG point. That point is, this is the CP point. That is the center of the pressure. Okay, now this is the edge view of the plate. Means let us take the projection of this plane, okay, in the inclined direction. This is the edge view, and this is the CG point. This is the projection of CG point on the plate. This is the CG point on the inclined plate, and this is the CP point. Okay, now this is the horizontal surface and this is the inclined surface. Means the plate is immersed from this face, that is the from this axis. From this axis it is immersed normally. Okay, so this is the axis OO. Okay, so now let us consider the axis free surface as one axis, that is the horizontal axis. OO is the axis which is normal to the plane. Okay, now let us consider a small strip. Okay, this is a small strip having width B and depth dx. So area is, I will take this area as the dA. This is equal to small b into dx. Width of this plate is b and depth is dx. Okay, and this plate, this strip, not plate, this strip is at a vertical height of x from the free surface, and it is at a height, at a depth of y from the axis OO. Okay, let us consider a small strip of this plate, and this plate, this strip, the strip which we have considered for the analysis purpose, it is at a depth of x from the free surface and it is at a depth of y from the axis OO. So x and y represents, what x and y represents? X represents, it is the vertical height between the free surface and the strip. Y is what? Y is also the depth, but it is the depth between the axis O, in axis OO and the plate and the strip, not plate, strip. Okay, then next this is a CG point. Okay, so what is this x bar? X bar is the vertical height. X bar is the vertical height between the free surface and the CG point of the plate, which is immersed vertically, which is immersed, sorry, not vertically, which is immersed horizontally. Okay, x bar is the vertical height between the free surface and CG point of the inclined plate, which is immersed in the inclined direction in the stationary fluid. And let us, this is the CP point, this is the projected point. So what is this is the CP point. Okay, what is H bar? H bar is again the vertical height between the free surface and CP point. Okay, similarly Y is the depth of strip from the axis OO. Y bar is what? Y bar is the vertical height from the free surface up to the CG point, or Y bar is the distance between the CG point and the axis OO. Yp is what? Yp is the depth of the CP point from the axis OO. So Yp is the total depth, this depth, that is depth between the axis, inclined axis OO and CP. Y bar is the distance between CG point and axis OO. Y is the distance between the inclined axis or axis OO and the strip. Then X is the vertical distance between the strip and the free surface. X bar is the vertical depth of the CG point from the free surface. H bar is the vertical depth of the CP point from the free surface. Okay, with this now we will derive the total pressure exerted by the static mass of fluid on this inclined plate. Okay, as we know, okay, as we consider, let us consider this is a small strip. Okay, this is what? This is the total pressure exerted on this strip. Okay, that is dP. Okay, dP is what? This is the total pressure exerted by the static mass of fluid on this strip. This is equal to what? Pressure intensity, that is Wx, and area of this strip, that is dA. Area of this strip is dA, and the pressure intensity is equal to Wx. Pressure intensity is equal to Wx. Now this plate makes an angle of theta with the horizontal. Okay, so what is x? Let us take sin theta is equal to x divided by y. Sin theta is equal to x divided by y. Sin theta is equal to x divided by y, x bar divided by y bar, or h bar divided by yp. So y is equal, therefore x is equal to, you have y sin theta, x is equal to y sin theta. So substitute x is equal to y sin theta in this equation. Substitute x is equal to y sin theta in this equation, because x is equal to y sin theta, because x is equal to y sin theta. Okay, so now this is the total pressure, this is the total pressure exerted by the static mass of fluid. This dP is what? This dP is the total pressure exerted by the static mass of fluid on this small strip, on this small strip. So now what is the total pressure exerted by the static mass of fluid on this entire plate? Okay, so as I told in the previous class, this plate can be divided into number of strips, and total pressure exerted on each plate and is dP1, dP2, dP3, so on, and therefore the total pressure exerted on this entire plate is equal to sum of the total pressures exerted on each strip. So to get that, you integrate this. Integrating above equation, okay, integration of dP is what? dP is the total pressure exerted on the static mass of fluid on a strip, and integration of that dP, that gives you the total pressure exerted by the static mass of fluid on this entire plate. So capital P, that is integration of dP is equal to P. Then integration of this, W is constant, sin theta is constant, so I am taking this outside the integral sign. So inside the integral sign you have y into dA, y into dA. Okay, so therefore the total pressure exerted by the static mass of fluid on this entire plate is equal to W sin theta integration of y dA, integration of y dA. Let you take this equation as 1. Let you take this equation as 1. Okay, so now from the principle of moments or from the mechanics or principle of moments. So what principle of moments tells? The sum of the moments of all forces about a point equal to moment of their resultant force about the same point. Okay, what is the statement of the principle of moment? Sum of the moments of all forces about a point is equal to moment of their resultant force about the same point. Okay, using that concept, now integration of y dA, so integration of dA is the area of the small strip, integration of this dA is that gives you the total area of the plate, A is the total area of the plate. Then integration of y is what? It is the distance between the axis OO and the strip, that is the depth between the axis OO and strip. So there are a number of strips, so each strip is at different depths, that is y1, y2, y3, so on. So I am considering the y bar as the CG depth of the CG point from the axis OO. So integration of y dA is equal to A y bar. A y bar is what? A is the total area of the plate, y bar is the distance between the axis OO and inclined axis, that is axis OO. This is very important, not with respect to horizontal axis, it is with respect to inclined axis. Okay, axis OO and the CG point. Okay, so now substituting integral of y dA is equal to A y bar, so what we are getting? P is equal to W integration of W A y bar sin theta, because this W sin theta and integral of y dA is equal to A y bar. Therefore the total pressure P is equal to W A y bar sin theta. Okay, so now from this relation, let us take this relation. Sin theta is equal to what? Sin theta is equal to h bar yp, or sin theta is equal to x bar by y bar, So therefore x bar is equal to y bar sin theta, So now this y bar sin theta is equal to x bar. So substitute this x bar is equal to y bar sin theta. Okay, y bar sin theta in this equation. Okay, y bar sin theta is nothing but x bar. So total pressure P is equal to again W A x bar. Let the plate is immersed in inclined direction or in the vertical direction. The total pressure exerted on the plate is only W A x bar. What is W? W is the unit weight of fluid, or you can take this as water from the civil engineering point of view. Let us take fluid as a water. Then A is the area of the plate, and x bar is the vertical height between free surface and CG point. Okay, this is the magnitude of the total pressure. This is the magnitude of the total pressure which is going to exert on the plate. Let it be immersed in the inclined direction or in the vertical direction. Okay, now in this case we have immersed the plate in the inclined direction. The total pressure intensity or the total force acting on this inclined plate is Wax bar. Similarly, in the previous case, we have immersed the plate in the vertical direction, but there also we have got the same value, P is equal to Wax bar. Only the difference is CP point. That is the next is very important point. Okay, once we know the magnitude of the total pressure acting on the inclined plate, then let us see at what point it acts. So that's why it is very important in the analysis of mechanics that we should know in the analysis of fluid mechanics or in the solid mechanics, the magnitude of the force and the point where it acts, that is called point of application. So if you want to analyze a fluid in the static condition or a solid under the equilibrium condition, you must know the magnitude of the forces and the point of applications of those forces acting on static mass of fluid or acting on that solid body. Okay, so this is the total force. We know the magnitude of the total force, P is equal to Wax bar acting on the inclined plate. Next important point is the point of application, means at what point this total force is going to act on this inclined plate. Okay, so for that let us take the moment of this dP. dP is what? dP is the total pressure acting on this strip. Okay, moment of this total pressure is this total pressure dP multiplied by the perpendicular distance between the axis about which we are taking moment. Okay, let us take the moment about the axis OO. Okay, the moment of pressure, total pressure dP about the axis OO is equal to dP into this perpendicular distance. That perpendicular distance is y. So dP into y. Okay, dP into y. Okay, then right hand side is Wy sin theta dA. Okay, Wy sin theta dA, and again taking moment of this about the axis y. Okay, so you take the moment of force dP about the axis OO, so that is dpy W sin theta dA into y. Okay, so now this is the moment of dP about the axis OO. Now what is the total moment? Okay, total moment of total pressure P. Okay, of total pressure P. So for that you integrate this equation, integrating above equation. So you integrate this equation. So integration of dP is P and y is yp. Okay, P into yp, that gives you the integration of dP into y multiplied by this is equal to W sin theta is constant. So you take W sin theta outside the integral sign, y into y square dA. So integration of y square dA. Now you observe this term, integration of y square dA. What is integration of y square dA? Integration of y square dA is nothing but what? It is the taking the area of moment about axis OO twice, because it is y square. dA into y, it gives moment of dA about axis y by one time. Again taking moment of that about the same axis OO, it is y dA into y. So integration of y square dA is nothing but second moment area. Integration of y square dA is nothing but, it is nothing but what? It is nothing but second moment area, is nothing but the moment of inertia. So integration of y square dA is nothing but moment of inertia. As you know, you studied in the first year engineering mechanics or civil engineering subject. So moment of inertia is nothing but the second moment area. So I naught is equal to, I naught is what? Integration of y square dA. Okay. Now therefore yp is equal to what? Yp is equal to W sin theta. Integration of y square dA is I naught. P you take to the right hand side. So therefore yp is equal to W sin theta. Integration of y square dA is nothing but moment of inertia of the plate about the axis OO. Okay, see, I naught is what? It is the moment of inertia of plate about the axis O, not about the centroidal axis. It is the moment of inertia of the plate about the centroidal, not centroidal point. It is about the axis O. That's why we have taken here I naught. W sin theta I naught. I naught is the moment of inertia. About axis OO. Therefore yp is equal to W sin theta I naught by P. Then also we know from the mechanics, moment of inertia of any body about any axis, so that is I naught. I naught is what? Moment of inertia of this inclined plate about the axis OO. This is equal to moment of inertia of the same plate about its centroidal axis IG. So I naught is equal to IG plus area of the plate A y bar square. Y bar is what? It is the distance between the CG point and the axis OO. What is the y bar? It is the distance between the centroidal point, CG point, and the axis OO. Therefore, I naught is equal to IG plus AY bar square. Substituting this, okay, in equation 5. Substituting I naught is equal to IG plus AY bar square in equation 5. Therefore, YP is equal to W sin theta. I naught is equal to IG plus AY bar square divided by P. Total pressure P. Total pressure P is equal to what? Total pressure P is equal to WA Y bar sin theta. Okay, so already we have derived here. Okay, total pressure P is equal to WA Y bar sin theta. Or simplifying this, okay, you just, this W cancels. Okay, so then IG sin theta divided by Y bar sin theta, you just simplify this. So yp is equal to y bar plus Ig Ay bar, or center of pressure P is equal to x bar plus, because y bar yp, okay, h bar h, you simplify this, okay, this you simplify this equation, so you will get this. So again substitute the value of y bar and y bar, so you are getting h bar is equal to x bar plus Ig sin square theta divided by Ax bar. Okay, you just, I hope you are going to simplify this equation. It is just numerical simplification, and you just simplify this. So center of pressure h bar is equal to, center of pressure h bar is equal to x bar plus Ig sin square theta by Ax bar.